And that's really that's huge. That's a key, because you can lose like a really great team member just because of that.
Welcome, leaders, to the LeadHer Lounge. So today in the share, we have a passionate community advocate and manager of global resource at Oakland Thrive, where she empowers immigrant and refugee entrepreneurs to build thriving businesses in Michigan. Originally from Mexico, she blends her background in accounting and creativity and makeup artistry and small business development to uplift others, especially women, through mentorship, collaboration, and heart-led leadership. Le damos la bienvenida. Let's welcome Sairy Garcia to the LeadHer Lounge.
Yay. Thank you so much, Erica. Thank you so much for the invite. I'm really, really excited and happy, to be here, sharing with you this time, and talking about leadership, and that is really, really important. And I'm really, really, really excited and happy. Thank you for the invite.
Of course, thank you for saying yes. Because if there is anyone that knows how to intentionally connect people, that's you.
Thank you.
Like, you're so good. Every time I see you, you're like, you will be perfect to partner with this person, with this program. You will be, you need to collaborate with this person. You need to create with, and I'm like, how do you know? It's because
I try
everything.
I try to do my best, to thinking outside of the box, like how we can help one another, and inside of me trying to connect the dots, like, okay, maybe this person is going to be able to help this other person, so it's, everything, it's about connection. I'm a truly believer about the power of connections.
Yes.
I always say that. So
yes. How do you know that people can connect that well? What is that instinct?
That's something really interesting. I think that's an instinct.
Yes.
In my instinct. I think inside of me, I believe about vibes, and I can feel the vibes about, people, when I'm like, okay, maybe this person, they do similar things, but maybe they won't be able to connect that well, or yeah, maybe they will get along so well that they can work together, based on personalities, interests. Maybe, I'm able to feel their vibe, their energy, and I can see that maybe they're going to be they can be a good match.
Yes.
For their businesses or relationships or whatever in life.
In life in general.
Yes.
And that is perfect segue to our topic for today, because that's what leaders do. Leaders connect people. They know so well their team members. They know their values. They know how well they communicate that, okay, you will be perfect to work with this person in this project. Or maybe you need to work on this a little bit to know how to collaborate with this person. So let me help you, because it's not about avoiding relationships. It's about like bringing people together. And that's what leaders do. They have that instinct. They have, but it's not just that instinct, that they really know about their people. And that's the difference between being a leader and being a boss.
A leader, it's going to be someone that it's going to care about you, that really needs to know you first as a person. We are in this world here at the same time for a reason, right? To help one another. I don't care like your title, but we are here for a reason. If there is something that we can give one another, like, if you are the CEO, if you are the leader, you are the manager, you are the admin, whatever, we are in the same boat. So we need to help one another, at the end of the day.
Yes, I think that is the big difference, because being a boss is thinking about, okay, managing processes, which is important, right? Making sure that the tasks get done, all those managing tasks. But being like a leader is a person that is, you don't think about yourself in that way anymore. It's about the human aspect. And we have this vision, and together we are going to get to this vision.
Exactly.
And I need to care about you, and I need to know what is going on with you, so I can support you and take you with me to accomplish that vision. Because if you personally, you're going through a lot of things, and I just avoid that conversation because I don't know how to handle it as a boss, I don't know how to handle that conversation. And I just avoid that. You as a team member, you're gonna be burned out. You are just gonna give up, and that has happened, right?
And that's really that's huge. That's a key, you know, because you can lose like a really great team member just because of that. Just because you are not being a great leader, you know, because you are not taking care of your team, because you are not paying attention, you know, just with little things. Like sometimes, like, you can see people like, yeah, they are doing their work and everything, they are doing great, but you never know, like, if they are working more than 40 hours to achieve their goals, right? So
And are you recognizing them?
Exactly. You need to pay attention, you know, you need to pay attention to that. You know, some people, they don't like to be recognized. So we need to be aware as well that as a leader, we have introverts and we have extroverts in a team, right? So we need to be aware of that sometimes people, they are going to get, you know, the information in a different way. So you need to ask them, like, hey, you know, did you understand, you know, what I said? Okay, yes. And, you know, to the other person, did you understand what I said? Because people, they are going to catch different things, you know? So we need to be aware of that, you know? We need to talk to people. It's really important. Inside of our brains, we can say, oh, yeah, I already told them what to do. But no, it's the information that we are receiving.
How we are absorbing it.
It's really different.
And
you
that's
know?
a really good point with the recognizing. People don't like to be recognized in public. Those introverts, don't tell me I'm good in front of people. Don't make a circle and clap, and don't do that because I'm going to die. But tell me in person, just you and me, I'm doing a good job. Tell me I'm doing a good job. Tell me that what I'm doing is like what you want, and like is being successful, or if I need feedback about one-on-one. So that's what leaders do. Because as a boss, we wouldn't tailor that recognition to each individual.
And that's another thing, you know, schedule those one-on-ones and really, really know what your team is doing. Like, if as a leader, like, you don't even know what they do, you know, you don't do like what is their daily work, how it looks.
And you're just adding more and more things to their plate.
Since
this is the first time that we have somebody from a different country from the U.S. I mean, besides me, that I'm from Colombia. We have somebody from Mexico. I would like to know if this boss trap, because you call it boss trap when we were talking. This situation is similar also in other countries, because you also work with a lot of different cultures.
It's really different. Every culture, it's really different the way that we manage leadership, right? Because of the culture that we have, the education. In Mexico, I want to say that I was raised as a Latina. You know, you have to give more than 100%, you know, and no matter what, if you start a project, if you start something, you need to finish that, right? So I'm always really hard on myself with everything that I do. So working here, moving to US is just really different, right? Because I don't have to prove anything to anyone. What I do, I do it because I have a lot of passion, you know, and most because of the position, you know, that I have at Oakland Thrive is working with immigrants, refugees, and asylum seekers is just like, you know, it's amazing, and I love it. I need to give more to those communities, right? So, and because of the way that I was raised, I work a lot because I was raised that way, you know? And as I said, I don't need to prove anything to anyone, but inside of me, I can hear my mom's like, you have to work. And the leadership, it's really different, and you can be more human, and you can work with love because you work with a lot of passion, but also you work really hard. And that's something that you need to switch and you need to change and you need to adapt also to other cultures. You know,
But
it's a challenge.
It is a challenge, and I think that one thing is the work ethic. One thing is how hard I work, right? Because that's my upbringing, and just not just because you are from a different country, a different household.
Yeah.
This is how my parents raised me, and this is the work ethic that they taught me, right? It's just even a household changes the way you are as a professional.
100%.
But leaders, at the end of the day, even if you're from Germany, I know like Germans have different personality. They are more direct, and I have worked with Koreans, which are also work is everything. But at the end of the day, we are humans,
Yeah.
right? At the end of the day, we love feedback in a way that it is positive and is also constructive, so I can be better. We all love when people care about us. We love to be motivated. Quick Boss Leaders, this is a leadership development resource brought to you by Monarch Coaching.
You don't need a fancy title or a big team to grow as a leader. That's why Monarch Coaching created the Individual Path, part of our Monarch Leadership Program, designed for professionals who want to lead with purpose, influence, and authenticity no matter their role. Because leadership starts from within, and this path helps you emerge, evolve, and elevate at your own pace. Visit the link in our description below to learn more and use code LHL10 to get 10% off your program package. The Monarch Leadership Program, leadership that begins with you.
All right, let's go back to the conversation.
You know, the sense of responsibility, it's on you.
Yes.
You know?
No, and that's why we do believe that. That's why our company, Monarch Coaching, we develop leaders.
And
So
you
we
guys are
believe,
amazing. And that's a thing that I was thinking, you know.
yes.
Your courses are amazing, and you know that's not a luxury. That's a need.
Yeah, that is a need.
That's a need.
That is and we do believe that everyone can be a leader. Everyone can develop those leadership traits that are going to impact their people. Absolutely. But those who are bosses right now and they are not developing themselves, that's why we call them boss. Because if you are stuck in your way, they are the ones who are stopping people from developing because they don't want others to get new jobs, better jobs, going outside and shine because they're thinking about themselves. So we do, honestly, of course, we believe that everybody can be a leader if they want to serve, if they want to be there for their people and not to fall in that into that boss trap.
And what amazing, like you guys, you know, putting together, you know, different programs for people to do it better.
Yes.
What a great example, you know, like you are a leader and you want people to also be a great leader. That's a leader, you know, someone that is showing someone else to be better. So you are like really living with the example, you know, showing them how they can be better. So it's amazing.
I mean, we truly believe in the power of leadership and how, again, that line that can be so small between being a boss, being a person. Okay, everybody's reporting to me. Everybody do what I say, no as I do. This is my, my role. This is my title. Or you can be that leader that is there for their people. And that's our passion because we do believe that everybody can develop those traits, whether or not they are leaders, whether or not they have a team, because we are leaders in everything we do. I always say Patrick, our engineer, he's our leader in this room because he comes here, okay, look at this camera, be careful with this is the time you're going over, and gives the feedback in the moment, and is constantly there for us, again, with the respect and great energy. So we 100%. All need to develop those leadership skills because we interact with other humans. Developing these skills are, again, not a luxury.
Not a luxury.
It is a need that we all
100%. And most, you know, in corporations, organizations, nonprofits, it's really important to have that guidance, you know, because if we don't have a leadership at the end of the day, we're going to be lost, you know. We're not going to have someone that is going to be there for the team, for us. So we need to have good leaders. So, You know, if people is looking to learn, you know, they can take
Our trainings.
the trainings from
They
you
can
guys.
find us. Thank you.
No, really.
Thank you for the
you know,
shout out.
it's really, really important because people sometimes like they can get lost, you know, not having a great support system, the guidance.
Yes, you don't know what you don't know.
You don't know.
If organizations have leaders and they don't offer that guidance, development, leaders are not going to be
Exactly.
able to continue growing. So
Yeah.
that's also taking ownership as an organization. But thank you so much, Sairy.
Thank
you
you
so much
so
for coming.
much,
Honestly, can
Erica.
you please
Thank
share
you.
where people can find you? Again,
Of
in the
course.
description below, we're gonna have her LinkedIn and all her information, so you can contact this beautiful human being and learn more about your purpose, because you have a beautiful purpose, and like what
Thank
you are
you.
doing today is like so needed. But if you're going to an event that you want to share, or any last words that you want to share with all of us.
Right now, I mean, we have a lot of events scheduled in Oakland Thrive. You can go through our website, oaklandthrive.org. You can see all the trainings and events that we have available for this year. We are planning the events for 2026. We are really, really excited. And you can follow me on LinkedIn, as Erica said. And, you know, if you have a small business in Oakland County, please connect with us. We will be more than happy to provide you with different resources and the guidance that you need for your business.
Yes, thank you so much. And if you, I don't know, maybe you know somebody that is acting like a boss, and maybe they should be start acting as a leader, maybe send this link. Or maybe they're a great leader and you want to reinforce that behavior. Just say, like, you're such a great leader, you're not a boss, and this episode maybe is for you. So
Yeah,
share it with anybody.
exactly.
If you haven't yet, subscribe. And thank you again to our friends at Velocity for this beautiful studio, and we'll see you next week.